How to build an aesthetic body without steroids. Yes, you heard that right. In this video, I'm breaking down the exact steps you need to take in order to build a truly aesthetic body without steroids, without wasting months of trial and failure, and without complicated stuff. No pussy advice, just pure aesthetics knowledge. Alright, here's the content of today. Number one, what you need to build an aesthetic body, what training program you should use, understanding the term diet, creating your first diet, what to do when you go to the gym, and the bonus at the end. But why should you listen to me? Well, I started my journey back in 2020 as a skinny, weak, and insecure teen. This is me with just a pair of dumbbells, and this is me now. 5 years later, I gained a good amount of muscle mass without gaining fat naturally, and I can help you do the same. All right, what you need. What you need to build an aesthetic body. You need only two things. Number one, to stimulate or to give signals to your body to grow the muscles, and you're going to do that through training. More specific, through a training program. Element number two, you need to recover the muscles through proper diet and proper rest. All right, here's the thing that you need to have in mind. You are here right now with no muscles, no muscle mass. You need two things. Number one, you need to train, and number two, you need to recover. That's it. If you can only do this and repeat this, you're gonna get there. You cannot have one without the other. So you cannot just train and not recover, and you cannot just recover and not train. You recover from what? From a lot of recover? No. Like I said, if you can just repeat this for 1 to 2 years, 99% of the work is already done. Now that we know the components, I'll show you how to do the training and the dieting right. What training program you should use first. Simple way to find, just take a look at how many days you can train in a week for sure. So if you say, I can for sure train 3 days a week, maybe 4 days, sometimes 4 days, maybe sometimes 5 days. Shut up, 3 days. That's it, 3 days. And that's your split. But here's the thing. If you can train more than 5 days in a week, maybe you have a lot of options and you don't know which one to choose. Here's my recommendation for you. You start with 3 days a week with a whole body training program, one exercise per muscle, and then in these 3 training days, you switch a bit the exercises in 3 routines, like I said. So you start with 1 set per exercise. You don't start three sets by 3 sets of 12 reps. Start with 1 set. You're a complete beginner. You start with 1 set, and then in time you build from there. 10 to 15 reps per set. Learn the movements with good technique. That's your focus right there. Once you are no longer sore from your workouts and you feel like, okay, I can do more, maybe in a couple of weeks, you add 1 set. You add 1.25 kilograms to each exercise. You do this for the first 1 to 3 months. More about what to do exactly in the gym with specific advice in the next slides. Here's a sample program that you can start as a beginner right here. On Monday, you're going to start with quads, hamstrings, then chest and back, and then shoulders, biceps, and triceps. Like I said, 1 exercise per muscle. Now, as I said, you need to switch a bit the exercises. So you're not going to do the workout from Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. No, you're going to switch a bit the exercise. Now on Wednesday, you're going to start with shoulders, arms, chest, back, quads, hamstrings. And on Friday, you're going to start with the back, chest, arms, shoulders, and legs. The reason for that is that in the beginning of the workout, you have the most power, the most strength, the most energy. All right. So this is why we switch a bit the exercises, and on Monday you start with quads, on Wednesday you start with shoulders, on Friday you start with back. It's because we want to prioritize all of those muscles equally. And this is the plan. You follow this program 1 to 3 months, and then you prepare your body for weightlifting. Then you start an aesthetic program that focuses on building the aesthetics of the body. If you want me to shortcut all of this for you, click the first link in the description. You got access to the Aesthetic Starter Program. You get all the information you need right there. Make sure you read everything. But it's the first link in the description right there. Now, understanding the term diet. The term diet is not specific, all right? And here the key points. The right diet is the one that you like, the one that you can follow for the rest of your life, right? There's no point in doing a diet that you don't really like. If you need to use a lot of your willpower to follow that diet is not right for you, all right? And number two, any diet can work if it's tailored to you. So you can do keto, you can do whatever, carnivore, whatever diet you want, all right? As long as it's tailored to you, it's gonna work. Now, stop looking for the perfect diet. Just figure these out right now. Where you are in this moment, where you want to go, and what you need to get there. I've made a graph for you right here, as you can see. Now, it's a bit overwhelming at first, but follow it step by step as I'm telling you right now. So here we have high fat percentage. The opposite down, we have low fat percentage. On the right side, we have high muscle mass, and the opposite, the left, we have low muscle mass. Figure number one, where you are right now. Figure out where you are. Let's say you are skinny fat. Then you are around here in the middle of high fat percentage. You're not fat, and between low muscle mass. You don't really have a lot of muscle mass. If you're skinny, you have low muscle mass and low body fat percentage. If you're out of shape, let's say you got some muscle mass, but you have high fat percentage. If you're fat, you have high fat percentage and not a lot of muscle. But for the purpose of this video, let's say you are skinny fat. So you are around here on this graph. You got number one. You know where you are right now. That's very important. Number two, where you want to go. Where you want to go, you need a goal for that. All right. So let's say you don't want to get fat. You don't want to go out of shape. You don't want to get skinny. Maybe you want to go to the attractive body. You want to get the attractive body. Where is the attractive body? High muscle mass and low fat percentage. All right. What you need to get there? That's exactly what you need to get there. High muscle mass and low body fat percentage. So use this graph right now, figure out where you are, where you want to go, and what you need to get there. Now, creating your first diet. There are three things that you need to figure out. All right. First one is the goal. What is the goal? And the goal is basically this. By figuring out where you are, where you want to go, what you need to get there. Figure out that, your goal. For the purpose of this video, let's say you are 80 kilograms and you want to go to 60 kilograms. So basically, you need a deficit. Now, we have the goal. Perfect. Second, we need the calories. Calories, for our example right here, from 80 kilograms to 60 kilograms, you take your body weight in pounds, you multiply it by 15, and that's going to get you your maintenance. And then you're going to subtract 500 calories from that number. You can subtract more, let's say 750, but don't subtract more than that. And then you just eat that number of calories. Then you need the protein, all right? The protein is your body weight in pounds, and that's it. If you want to be more specific, you can go body weight in pounds times 0.8. But to keep it simple, let's say you're 140 pounds, then you need 140 grams of protein per day. It's that simple. Now, what to do in the gym? When you go in the gym, you don't want to do strength training, you don't want to do calisthenics, you don't want to do any kind of bullshit. You need to do specifically hypertrophy training. If you just follow this plan, you are golden. All right, let's take a look at what means what does it mean hypertrophy and atrophy. Hypertrophy is basically when you train your muscles and they grow. That's hypertrophy, when your muscles grow. And atrophy is when they shrink, they get smaller. All right, let's take a look at hypertrophy training, and I made it very, very simple for you right now. The technique: you need to feel the target muscle, and that it should be the one giving up, not your joints, not other muscles. So for example, if you want to train your chest, you should not feel that the limiting factor is your shoulders. The limiting factor should be your chest. Load and reps. You need to use a weight that gets you near failure or to failure in 5 to 30 reps. This is the rep range, hypertrophy rep range, 5 to 30 reps. And the intensity, you need to go close to failure or all the way to failure. Failure means when you do, let's say 10 reps and you want to do one more rep, but you get only halfway there and you cannot go more, you've reached failure. So you need to get closer to that. The volume, do 10 to 40 sets per muscle per week, and you split it into 2 sessions. So let's say you want to do 40 sets on the end range, 40 sets for your chest per week. You split that into 2, and that's going to be, let's say, Monday 20 sets of chest, and then Thursday 20 sets of chest. That's how you do it. And the progression, you want to add anywhere 2.5 to 5 pounds to the exercises, or 1 rep each week. So each week you try and chase those small progressions. Here's the thing, the very, very important one: network in the gym. As a beginner, you can feel a lot of insecurity when you first start going to the gym. So what I recommend you to do, you go there, fist bump, make some friends. When you see someone with a great physique, just give them a compliment or ask them how long have been training for. They're gonna tell you, oh, 5 years, 10 years, 12 years, or whatever. Do these in the first day at the gym, and you will feel motivated because you will build that network, that friends, those friends in the gym, and you will feel always motivated to go there because you have some friends there. All right. Now, if you liked this video, the full program is in the link below. It's going to show you how to go from stick to thick, plus the exact workout that got me jacked, plus a bunch of sweet bonuses. Click the link in the description right now and stop letting people decide for you